Welcome to this episode of Off the Record Podcast. Today, we will be welcoming to the studio two rugby players. They play for the Hempfield Nightmares team. That's the Hempfield Boys rugby team. Why don't you two introduce yourselves?
My name's Declan Power. I've been playing rugby for 3 years now. I also play football. I live. I also play football, and I like to fish and surf, and I play the bagpipes.
Awesome, and welcome, Declan. Let's introduce our other guest here.
Hi, my name's Steven Dunnan. I started playing rugby last year. I play with Declan. We won the state championship last year, so yeah.
Awesome. So you two had a pretty darn successful season. Um, I don't know exactly when that ended, but I did have seen that you guys were doing really well. Just want to just tell us a little bit about um, just tell us a little bit about the season, how you thought it went, how you guys did, anything you can improve.
Uh, it was a pretty good season. I mean, state championship season. Oh, oops, I got my mic on. That's on me, cuz. Yeah, this is bad. I got it. Oh, on the state
Yeah,
championship subject.
yeah,
Yeah. So it was a good year. We won the championship. Uh, hoping to do it again.
yeah. How about you, Steven? What did you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was a good season. I think next year, uh, people need to fill the spots because we had a lot of seniors that left.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, that was a big part of it.
Yeah. How did you guys like? We'll start with you, Declan. How did you feel personally about your performance on the team this year?
Um, I mean, it can always be better, but I think I did pretty good. I definitely stepped it up from my freshman year, and hoping to take another big step forward again.
Awesome, awesome. How about you, Steven?
Yeah, I think I definitely could have done better. Like I think a lot of my improvement came from this fall season, and it'll build back on to the spring season, and hopefully we can win another one.
Awesome. And how long did you say you've been playing?
Since last year.
And how about you, Declan?
Uh, this will be my third year.
Nice. So you guys both have a good amount of experience in it. Let's talk about kind of the team dynamic. Obviously, you said there's a lot of seniors. Are there a lot of underclassmen, or is it mainly consisted of juniors and seniors?
Um, well, I think this year it'll be majority. It'll be majority juniors. Last year, what do we have? Two freshmen.
What, last year?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. It was like two or three freshmen. It's mostly upperclassmen, but
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So is the team dynamic a little more like the seniors are kind of in charge, or is it a good, leveled? I don't know what I'm saying here. Do you think there's a good level of ownership and leadership by the seniors, to the, to juniors?
well, I mean, It's not so much like dependent on class because then there will be seniors who've only played 1 year, and then
Yep.
there's sophomores who've been playing since they were
Yeah.
11 or whatever. So I mean, it's more. So it's different than a lot of other sports because it's not like I don't know. It's more of a how would you describe it? More of like a friendship type deal. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, the leadership's like evenly balanced. I wouldn't say it goes more towards like seniors or anything.
I mean, captains obviously.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who were the captains this year for the team?
So off the top of my head, what do we have? Three. Yeah, we have three. Honestly, okay. So one graduated last year. That was
Tony.
yeah, Tony. What's his last name? Tony Reed.
Tony Reed.
Um, Also, we had Dom Pepe, who goes to Lane Peter Strasburg, and then was it Brady?
Hmm?
Was Brady a captain last year?
He was injured.
Oh yeah, well, but who was? I don't remember who the captains were. It was.
It's not good.
It was Tom, Tony, and someone else.
Well, okay. Do you think the captains did their job well? Do you
Yeah,
think they
definitely,
Yeah.
were
definitely.
good leaders
Oh, it
and
was
kind of
Dom, Tony,
stepped
and
up to the
Mason,
role?
Oh yeah,
and Mason Scarborough.
Mason
Nice,
Scarborough.
nice. Yeah, I guess the important thing is as a captain, you got to be able to be a leader not necessarily in charge, but you got to be able to step up to that leadership position to be able to bring your team to a victory.
Yeah, that definitely led us to it.
Absolutely. Um, what kind of got you guys into rugby? Was it just was it the physicality of it? Was it just the sport in general? Do you just like watching it and you're like, why don't I give it a try and play?
Well, my dad grew up in Ireland, and we were over there, and one of his friends told my brother that he should probably start playing rugby, and we looked into it, and obviously there's a local team here.
Hmm.
So I guess it was kind of through my dad's friend and through my brother, I kind of found it.
Nice. How about you, Steven?
Yeah, so I picked up on it through my brother, but uh, I think the main reason I like it so much is the physicality.
Hmm.
It all kind of just comes
Yeah, I mean it's
together.
a pretty brutal sport.
Yeah,
I mean there's no playing around with that one. Um, I would say I respect that sport way more than I respect football. I see rugby and I'm like I am terrified of the people who play rugby. There's some
yeah,
pretty rough people. That's
Yeah, it's honestly it's not as bad as it looks. It's the tackling is like it's not the same as football tackling
Gotcha.
really, because football it's more like you're padded up, and honestly the pads don't really do a whole lot, but they give you like a false sense of security, so you hit people in a different way than you tackle in rugby. Tackling in rugby is a lot more technique based, while in football it's kind of
Just
sloppy.
brute force.
I'm just gonna hit you hard.
Yeah, yeah. How would you just like how would you describe how you tackle somebody in rugby?
Um, definitely want to aim low. Uh, keep your head out of the way, kind of stuff.
Hmm.
It's really it's safety focused kind of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you guys don't have helmets, you don't have pads or anything. It's just
Yeah,
you.
like
Yeah,
you're
you
not
just
allowed to
play
hit
it.
above the chest or anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you get carded for the most time.
Steve knows about that.
Were you carded,
I've never
Steve?
gotten carded.
Not true.
I've never gotten
But we
carded.
had
Did
you had a couple high tackles.
All right.
did someone get carded off you? Like did someone hit you where they weren't supposed to, and then they got carded?
Yeah, someone did get carded in the fall season, right around my neck.
Oof, that cannot feel good. Any injuries? Like obviously we just said they hit me in the neck. Any injuries?
With me, no, no,
Any
no, I haven't gotten
concussions or broken bones or anything like
I
that?
mean, nothing that kept me out for like any amount of time. Obviously, wear and tear and stuff. And,
Yeah, yeah,
whole lot of shin splits. That's about
yeah,
it.
and bruises and cuts and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to be
minor
expected,
stuff
though.
like that. But
yeah. Absolutely.
definitely happens though.
Yeah. Do you see yourself going like forward with the whole rugby thing in college or professional? Do you see yourself doing that, or is this kind of just like you're trying it out, seeing how it works, kind of thing?
Um, well, probably in college I would like to. My brother goes to Pitt and plays rugby there. It's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. It seems
Gotcha.
like fun, really.
Yeah. Any colleges you're looking at specifically, or just
I mean, not particularly.
yeah, yeah. How about you, Steven? What you thinking?
Um, I think any opportunity I can get to keep playing, I'll definitely take.
Yeah.
But as far as colleges, like I don't have a specific one I'm looking at.
Yeah. I'm not even. I'm going military style. I'm not really looking into colleges right now. I honestly I don't really feel like doing college. I don't know what I would do. That's the real thing. I don't know what I would study in college. Do you guys even have any idea what you would do?
No clue.
Yeah, I can't really say.
Kind of was thinking like CTC to my last resort. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, that can set you up pretty well actually. Like,
It's kind of my last resort.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like, are there any like, is there anything that you have looked at or have done that you're like, huh, this could be something I could do later in life that might be really successful or might just be fun for me to do?
Honestly, fun? No, no.
Anything? Okay, anything that you think you could be successful at, I guess.
I have like, so I applied to CTC for welding.
Hmm.
So
For the
guess-
next year.
yeah, so
Good.
I guess it's kind of the plan, but
Yeah,
there's a big chance it might not work out.
always worth a shot, worth a try.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about just rugby. Let's talk about the school year. It's we're getting close to a winter break actually. About what 3 weeks away, maybe a
Yeah,
little less.
yeah,
Um,
2.5, I guess. I don't know.
how's the school year been treating y'all?
I mean, pretty boring, but like I gotta say, I'm not too excited for winter break. It's only like a week long.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
I don't know. I agree with you. It's very boring. Like I get way too distract. I get distracted easily because my mind does not like focusing on, you know, I hate focusing on numbers or in school. I don't like that stuff. So I get so distracted, and then it's just I manage to keep up, but I don't really enjoy it too much. It's
Yeah,
gotten to that point where I'm just like I don't really need to be in school all the time. Does not feel um does not feel great.
yeah, I agree.
Any upcoming holiday plans? Any vacations, family visits, anything like that? You
I
thinking
mean, I
of?
kind of have my own holiday coming up on the 13th.
Oh, birthday.
No,
No. What
so
what do you on the 13th?
got my driver's test.
Oh, nice,
Kind of
nice.
my own holiday, you know.
Very good. What car are you driving?
2002 Altima.
Not bad, not bad, not bad, buddy.
Okay, okay.
It's got student driver stickers.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
well,
not wrong.
you better pass that. Better
You don't want to end up like me.
but you not you did
He
you
failed
not
it
go through the first
twice.
time?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, I got drawn on the second time. It doesn't.
Was there like a specific question that you couldn't figure out or?
Well, it's the first time was 100% my fault, and I kind of like rolled through a stop sign a little bit. But, like, and then the second time, the dude was just drawing on me because he didn't like me. I had too
Are you
much,
sure about that? Or?
yeah, no, I had too much swag for him. Like, I did everything right on the test. I put my hand on the wheel wrong, according to him, which I looked at in the rule book is actually not how that happened. So
Yeah.
he was just hating, but like we good now. So
Do you have your license now? That's good. That's good. That's good. I do not have my license yet, so we're working on that. We're working on it. Um, who even is that?
Hmm?
Oh, uh, in case you guys were wondering, Stephen Pitts is not here today. He's in Philly for an eye appointment. Unfortunate that he could not be here. Actually, cool thing. This is actually our season finale. This is the end of season one. Season two will begin next week. I will be in North Carolina for the month of December. So for the next month, all of our podcasts will be via video chats. So we'll still do them. We'll still have guests on here. It'll just be a little different. Um, and actually, another thing that's cool is you guys came. Obviously, you guys came on here to talk about rugby. Actually, you guys had talked to me a while ago about rugby. I'm sorry that it took so a while for me to get to you, but I'm happy that. But last week, I was just like last episode, I was just like, why not just say yes? Why not have you guys on here
These
talk
are
about
one of
rugby?
season one.
Yeah, get some rugby in here. The cool thing about this podcast is it is not such as a Hempfield podcast that might be only targeted towards specifically Hempfield people. It is a podcast that anyone in the world can watch, anyone in the world can listen to. It's on YouTube, it's on Apple Podcast, Spotify. It is on every major podcast listening app. I actually went through last night and I looked up every podcast app that I can upload this to, and I'm gonna do my best to get it on every single one of them. So just know
Guaranteed.
there's no y'all's messages. They do get out to the actual world. This isn't like we try not to do this as a drama show or a comedy show or just
Yeah,
a
definitely.
gossip show. We try to
Professional. Yeah.
I try to do my best to make sure that everything we do kind of has a little message to it. Um, we bring athletes on here to talk about. Obviously, every athlete shows commitment, shows passion for their sport. Rugby has there's obviously passion that goes into uh, being someone who wants to do rugby. That's you got to have passion for it, or else there's no real point in doing it. Stephen Pitts does lacrosse. You got to be passionate about lacrosse, or else you doing lacrosse doesn't have a big deal. Doesn't have a big um, major point to it. I'm not really a sports athlete. I kind of just do my own thing. but still there is a passion that goes into the stuff that I do, and I think it's awesome that there are people like you two who can get on the podcast and show, hey, this is what I'm passionate about, and you're sharing it with the world. So we applaud you. Um, Sorry, I get really like heated about that. I always, I because I made the podcast and I was like, maybe I should start listening to other podcasts to figure out, what I should do, what I was doing wrong,
You
what I should
listen to any
fix.
Joe Rogan?
I have listened to Joe Rogan podcast.
Joe
I
Rogan.
don't think I can get to that level. I'm not near that level, but
I mean, I could see you at that level.
maybe I have been looking to be like I think I could maybe become like a sports commentator. Like I think that would actually be something fun to do.
I mean, I think if you threw like a little bit of comedy into it,
Yeah, I
it'd be
mean,
entertaining.
yeah, I kind of just kind of have to read
I
the
mean, we're like certificated in I mean, like
got
pretty
comedy
much,
certificates.
Kind of.
Well,
basically.
maybe we'll have to get you into a video one of these days.
Yeah, we could run a little comedy episode.
Little
Yeah,
comedy
we got you,
episode.
we got you.
Well, actually, little word for you guys. I've actually been. So I came up with the idea earlier this week that on the days of the week that we don't do the podcast, I will release a little bonus. It's about no more than 5 minutes of just a little inspirational message. We're going live at about 7:15 in the morning. A little wake up message in the morning to get you up, inspire you for the day. I know it's cheesy, but I don't think you can. I don't think being motivational is cheesy. I think it's people look at it as, you know, some people do it for attention. I don't. I do it because I think it's real. I think it's true. I think the messages I'm sharing are messages that need to be shared with the world. Um, when I scroll through my Instagram, it is just person after person with all the inspirational stuff because I want to fill my life with that. I don't know. Is there any like do you guys really have like an inspiration that you like before a rugby game, like one that you're like I really want to win this game, right? Is there something that you read or you look at or you watch or you listen to kind of get you in that mindset?
I mean, I'm definitely a fella who like dabbles in some David Goggins.
Oh yes, yes. David Goggins is
That gets
legendary.
me going.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really just kind of go out there and do my thing. I guess I got a pregame playlist.
Yeah, yeah. Some nice little head
Some
head
Kanye.
rockers.
A little bit of Kanye.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with music, man. Steven, your camera's a little laggy here. No matter.
Yeah.
Coming through here.
This won't even like load for me or anything.
It's just because there's three different people on here. But yeah, I think you gotta face everything you do. Obviously, you guys do sports. Definitely you do two sports, just two, right?
Yeah.
Or are there any other you do? Just
I mean, I boxed when I was little. If that counts.
yeah, I do remember that you always wore a boxing sweatshirt.
Box when
Yeah, when I was like 12.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a you got to stay motivated, or else the sport that you are doing will become boring to you. It will become, not it will not feel the same as when you started. I'm almost happy. That's kind of the reason I'm happy I never did a team sport because I'm afraid that the mindset I was in when I was younger, I would have not have been, I would not have been satisfied with the sport. I would have gotten quickly bored of it and quickly unpassionate, unmotivated, and I would have ended up sucking. So I'm kind of happy I didn't do team sports. Not because I think team sports are bad, because I don't think I was in a mindset when I was younger that would have worked for me. Did any of you guys like do team sports when you're like younger, like soccer, lacrosse,
I mean,
basketball?
I've been playing football since I was like 8. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. To your point, like I don't know. I guess the motivation for a team sport is kind of like the team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How about you, Steven? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, same thing.
I mean,
I don't really have much of a comment on that.
I understand. I understand. It's kind of like when you join a team sport, you're kind of thrown into it a little. You're kind of shown the team. You're like, this is your team. There's not much you can really change about the fact that it's your team. You kind of got to stick by them. Was there any? You don't have to name names, but did you have people on the team that you didn't necessarily like, but you kind of figured out in your own way how to play well with them, how to survive with them, how to keep going. I can see by the smile on your faces. There's definitely people.
Oh yeah, Eli Rosario. It's a big one I didn't really like. Actually hate that guy. I still don't like him. Like I had to be in a group chat with him, bro. He's a goober. JJ McNeese is one.
I actually have one I could drop right now. I don't remember the last name, but Max.
Maximilian Editor.
God, people are gonna hate you after this. But for real, was there anyone that you were on the team with that you didn't really like, but you just kind of like, let's do it for the sake of the team?
I mean,
Oh, you don't have to name names.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I will name drop. Like, honestly, like I said, don't really like JJ McNeese that much. But like at the end of the day, like, it is like you have to work together.
Yeah.
Because like
You have a respect for them at least. If at the do you have any respect for these people?
I mean, like yeah, I guess you have to.
Yeah.
Like,
I think on a team you gotta have respect for someone. You gotta have respect for the people, even if you don't like them, even if they're you don't agree with them. You gotta have some sort of respect for those people.
Yeah, I definitely had someone like but I grew on them as I like played with them. Definitely.
Yeah, like are you friends now, or is it
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like yeah? It works like that. I
who
don't.
was it, Steve?
Steve wanted to name drop.
No, it's okay. I do
Uh,
actually have one that I can name drop, and that's Jaden Lehman. Not a big Jaden Lehman fan.
Hey, but you worked with him, right? I mean, you were on the team with him.
He said some questionable things. We're all good.
No, we do. I love JJ. He loves Jaden. I mean, I'm personally not a big Jaden guy though. Like he's all right, I guess.
Yeah, he's all right.
All
Nothing
right.
special.
Mate, you know what? Your opinions are valid. I'm not gonna. There's no need. There's no shaming of your opinion. Um, God, you guys cracking me up or not helping me right now. I know, like I said, on a team you gotta have respect for the people you're with, no matter how much you dislike them, no matter how much their views are different or their opinions are different from yours. You gotta have some sort of level of decorum on a team. Um, I know. I almost feel like a hypocrite because the only team I was really ever on was a track team and then the cross country team, and that's more of a run by yourself kind of thing. You don't really have to work together to do that. You just kind of gotta. I mean, maybe for track you do because you gotta, if you're on a relay team, you gotta trust the person is going to pass it to you correctly when you need the thing passed, the baton passed. And you gotta, you trust your coaches, you trust other people on your team to do well. Um, So I definitely believe that there is a value in team sports because of the friendships you make, the passion that there is in there, the just the energy I feel like of going to a game and being like we're a team, whether or not we like each other, whether or not we agree with each other, we are a team and we're gonna do our damn best to win this shit, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely, yeah.
that's kind of
Always plays a big role.
yeah, I think that's kind of the moral. I think. I mean, I can't say why some. I mean, people create team sports because it is healthy. I mean, it's healthy for you to be on a team. It's healthy for you to be working with other people towards a common goal. Soccer, football, rugby, lacrosse. I mean, I can keep going on and on with team sports, but no matter whether it's something like cross country where you're kind of on your own and the fact that you're running by yourself for yourself, no one's running the race for you. But at the same time, you still got to be trusting your coaches that they're telling you how to, train the right way, run the right way, and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah,
sorry.
definitely.
Yeah, got. Speaking of coaches, who were the actual head coaches for the teams?
For rugby we have Coach Nar. He's the head coach. He's a teacher at Peckway Valley. We have Mr. Davis, the engineering teacher, is one of our coaches.
Pepe.
Yeah. There's Coach Pepe, Coach McGettigan.
Oh wow, it's what four or five
There's
coaches?
5 actually.
Wow.
And then there's some people who like show up every now and then kind of help out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How many people are on the team? Like how many? Oh yes, okay. First, how many people are on the team, and how many people are allowed on the field at one time? I don't know
Well,
exactly how that works.
so last year it was probably like 30.
Yeah, it was 30 something because we ran 2 teams at once, and it's 15 on the field.
Well,
Gotcha.
it wasn't
Well
quite
over.
30. It started at 30, and then people kind of.
It was a little over 30, but we have like new people who are coming out, so we don't really have like a number this year yet because it usually goes up from the first practice.
Wait, and you also really don't have a number until like week 2 when everybody
Yeah.
quits.
We have people who join and quit, you know.
What? Just they don't like the physicality of it or the
They don't have
rigorous.
time for it or whatever.
Gotcha. Well, it's not. It's only a couple of days a week, right? I mean,
Well, it's 2 days a week, or well,
Well,
3 if
3.
you count game day.
Yeah, but we
But
practice Sundays before.
true that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the preseason, I guess 3 days of practice a week,
Mhm.
and then when we get in season, 2 days of practice. And
I guess that allows for you to do two sports, like you doing football and rugby at the same time. When does the season start? Does it start like a normal fall sport?
well, I can't testify when the fall season starts because I don't play fall.
Started in late. So fall starts in late August.
Mm-hmm.
We ended started November, and then spring we started in mid January.
Well, the season doesn't start till like games don't start until
Like February.
like mid February.
Okay. So this hasn't.
But
So
there's like a long preseason.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a month and a half.
So rugby's kind of like an all year round sport. It's not
there's
confined
3
to just
seasons.
spring
Well,
or fall.
There's 15s during the spring, which is 15 players on the
Mhm.
field for each team, and then there's 7s in the summer and fall.
Okay. So they kind of split up a little bit. Does the team heavily change, or does it kind of just like less people are there for different?
Like definitely, I mean, less people play 7s than play 15s.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of football players, they can't do both at once. 'cause
Yeah.
Football has them out like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Gosh, I don't want to ask. Okay, in your opinion, and you can be 100% honest here, who do you think was the kind of the star player? Who do you think was the MVP in air quotes, so to speak, of the team?
definitely Junior Abiola. I'm not joking about that. Like
Yeah.
he's a real maybe not the what's so funny? Maybe not like the best like mechanically skilled player, but like real good leader, good locker room guy. Yeah.
Positive,
Yeah.
positive
Yeah, real
enforcement. All right, Steve, your turn. Since you're laughing over there so hard, who do you think, in your opinion, was the star player of the rugby team? Oh my God, you are dying over there. Can you people see this? This man is dying. My
You want me to answer for him because I know who he's gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna say Max. All right, my bad.
Did you break the head?
All right, compose yourself.
Matt Davindi.
Actually, I do agree with
Not too many. Yep. When did Matt start playing? I didn't know that he was even a rugby person until like
that. Oh, he started last year.
last year. Okay, all right.
That was a joke that Steve made, by the way. Matt's ass.
I don't know. I'm gonna mute you, Steven. I'm just gonna mute you here, buddy.
Just pipe down, Steve. Junior is actually like he's like a captain. Like he's an unofficial captain.
Hey, you know what? I respect Junior. I'm sorry. I
Maybe.
respect the man.
I'm muted. I'm back.
I respect the
We're
man.
never muted.
Oh my god.
Steve.
Did you unmute me?
Yes, you're good.
All right.
You were just dying over there. I'm like, what is the man laughing so hard about?
I mean, I guess I gotta give props to Junior, definitely.
Couldn't even edge through this. I exploded immediately. Couldn't even edge through this. I exploded immediately. Clean up aisle in my pants.
All right. Let's keep going here. We gotta wrap this up.
Oh, my fault, blood.
Thank you all for listening. Absolutely. This.
Can I do a shout out before
Absolutely. Go ahead.
this? I would like to give a shout out to Cody Dunlap and Elijah Brown. Bumbo Rasclot, y'all owe me $25, so it is what it is. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
great!
Scott.
Great that that's on our recording. Oh, that's wonderful.
No, it's all good because it's not even a curse word in English, so like it's all good.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
guess the moral of this podcast is team sports are great. They build passion, they build motivation, they build friendships. Even if you don't love the person, like the person, you can still respect the man. That's my motivation quote. Any of quotes for the day from you two?
Um, like game is game. Like just like you do you.
Absolutely.
Game is
Even, yeah,
game is game. That's about it.
game's
But
game.
can I give a quick shout out?
Absolutely, go ahead, man.
Junior Abiola for putting pacifiers in his mouth.
All right, let's keep it professional here.
Grow up.
Thank you for all listening. This episode will be posted everywhere, essentially, later today. Be sure to keep an eye out for when we will be airing next week. We're gonna try and get some. Try and spice it up next week. We're gonna try and get some new ideas here. We are
The
planning.
season ended.
The season is ending, but
But you're
Season 2,
starting-
buddy.
Yes.
No break.
no, season 2 starts
Nice.
next week. The week is the break is the weekend. We are going to try to do some rebranding of this podcast. Just a little sprucing up. I've been coming up with some better cover art for our stuff, better name. We're gonna fix it up for the new year. Once the new year starts, you're gonna see a whole new podcast. Not new, but it's gonna be
Different name.
better, different. Yeah,
Are you gonna change the name?
I think we're gonna try to change the name. I
Yeah,
kind of
you
was
gotta
looking at
change
it,
it too.
and I was just like, I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to spoil it, but I've been in the lab cooking up some stuff.
Oh, word.
All right. You can feel free to follow Steven Donnan as well as Declan Power on Instagram. It was awesome having you here. Thank you for sharing your message with the world, except for the slightly unprofessional parts. Whatever.
That was just Steve.
Also, shout out to Stephen Pitts, man. Stephen Pitts does a lot for this podcast. He helps me a lot with the decision making of this stuff. So just a shout out to the man. All right, we'll see y'all later. Have a great weekend. And next time I see you, I will be in North Carolina. Peace out.